Okay. What's going on, guys? So tonight is finally the night that we're gonna see Gotham Season 4. They have been dropping some crazy trailers, and I think everybody is hella pumped to finally have Gotham back and to finally start getting into the show season again, because man, this channel has been dead over the last few weeks because I don't know what the hell to talk about. But now we're gonna finally have shows coming back. But with Gotham Season 4 starting tonight, I wanted to make a quick little video of 5 things that I am, predicting to happen this season, or I kind of want to happen this season in Gotham. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and jump into this. And number 5 is I expect Lee and Gordon or Lee and Barbara to finally get back together at the end of this season. Over the last 2 seasons, Gordon and Lee have been like off and on again because of the whole baby thing. They love each other. Now they're freaking got viruses in themselves and they love each other, and Lee leaves at the end of the season every season now, and it's just like all of this ridiculousness. And I think this is finally going to be the season where they get back together, or Gordon and Barbara get back together now that Barbara has come back to life or whatever, and now she's this badass freaking crime fighter or whatever she's gonna be, evil underboss, whatever, working with Roz and all these other people, Raish, as some of you people bitch in the comments about. Yeah, so like, I don't know, I think it is, that's what I kind of see happening. I kind of expect them to finally get back together. Gordon will be with one of them, and I know a lot of people will be like, Juice, but he's supposed to have a new love interest in season 4, blah, 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 blah. Look, that love interest is literally coming on this show just so, freaking Ben McKenzie can bang another girl on that show. That sounded terrible. I meant Gordon, but Ben McKenzie's character will have another love interest because, of course, he has a love interest every freaking season. I mean, they brought in Valerie Vale, or was it Vicky Vale? I get them confused. I think it's Valerie Vale. They brought her in literally to sleep with Gordon. She gets shot and she's never been heard from again, but I think she's on that new freaking X-Men show, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I could have swore I saw her in the trailer. But yeah, of course there's going to be a new love interest for Gordon this season. I think, and it's going to be Falcone's daughter. I'm calling that now, if that hasn't been, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why. She's coming in. I think it's just going to be like the forbidden love, because Falcone freaking hates Gordon because he killed his son, and you would think the daughter's gonna hate Gordon too, but I think they're gonna end up like falling for each other and they're gonna bang one out, and that's gonna be the love interest and kind of bit of a drama for Gordon, besides all the other crazy shit that's gonna be happening in Gotham. But I do think at the end of this season that he will be with Lee or Barbara by some crazy chance, and so yeah, that's one of my predictions right there. Also, slight chance that Lee dies for some reason, and maybe that'll open the door for Gordon to finally move on and not have to deal with her anymore. But yeah, I don't see that happening. I feel like Lee's gonna on this show to stay, but I think it'd be a really interesting way to spark like, holy shit, she died, because we're so used to her leaving. So yeah, that's one of my predictions right there. Number 4, I think Raish will actually team up with Scarecrow at the season finale, and he will like try to convince him to actually spread the gas all over Gotham to destroy Gotham, to, bring Bruce to freaking the side of the League of Assassins. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, didn't that happen at the end of season 3? Yeah, it totally happened at the end of season 3. And I kind of feel like they're gonna use the same concept, because I don't know if, Scarecrow's gonna be done by the end of the end of the Christmas area, because that's usually they have one villain and then they go to another villain on the second half. Or they use that first villain a lot through the start of the season, and then it's the bigger villain, which would be Raish in this whole season. So I feel like they're going to team up. He's going to get Scarecrow to join him, and they're going to use the fear toxin to make everybody go crazy, which is very just much like the Alice Tetch virus. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like that's what they're going to do, and it's exactly what they did at the end of season 3. And I'm kind of hate that, but I don't know, I just feel like they're gonna do that because I don't know what else Raish is gonna do to get Bruce to like come over to him or whatever. So I'm calling that. I won't like it, but I just feel like that is going to be what happens. A team up between Raish and Scarecrow, spreading the fear toxin all over Gotham. Number 3, betrayal. Like, I think there's gonna be so much betrayal this season on Gotham, which I think there's a lot of every season. But I think it's going to be like tenfold this season, because like everybody's starting to form their little cliques. But like I said, I already think that Ivy is going to be the one that gets, Riddler out of the ice block, and Riddler's gonna start forming his little gang with Grundy and Lee for some reason, is what I've heard. And then, you know, freaking Jerome is supposed to team up with Penguin, and there's going to be all these little factions, and like I said, you'll probably have Ra's join up with Scarecrow, Gordon, and freaking the Vigilante. Like, you're going to have all of these kind of different factions, maybe freaking Bruce and Selina. I don't really know. Barbara's supposed to get back with Tabs. Like, there's going to be a lot of this stuff, and I just feel like a lot of those little groups, people are going to betray each other because they're going to be like, oh, I need to take this advantage, I'm going to do this. You know, maybe even Gordon's new love interest betrays him. You know, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of betrayal on this season of Gotham. It's going to make it very dramatic and very interesting, but I highly expect Jerome to betray Penguin somehow. I don't think they're going to get along. He wants to be number one. I don't see him working with Penguin for too long. He's going to betray him somehow. And I don't expect that friendship to stay, or that partnership, or whatever it's going to be, to work very long. And then I think, I don't know what they're going to do with Grundy. Like, I don't know if they're going to keep him as just Grundy who never remembers his past. Or if they're going to have him remember, like, little things. And then Grundy will end up remembering that Enigma is the one that killed him, or, like, tried to do all this bad stuff to him. And then he'll, like, try to betray him or whatever. Now, I'm going to be really interested to see what they're going to do with the Grundy character, but I am calling a lot of betrayal this season on Gotham. Number 2, I think we are finally going to get the Batman Batcave scene. You know, the whole iconic Bruce falling into the cave and the bats coming around him or whatever. Or we are going to get some variation of that. Maybe it's not going to be the Batcave, but maybe Bruce is scared and falls into, like, an old museum, or, like, not a museum, but an old building or something down, like, a shaft or whatever he does. And all these bats are going to come out, or something like that. I think we are finally going to see that happen, and I think it's going to have to do with fear toxin. I think that's what Bruce is going to get scared of. He's going to be scared of bats, or we're going to have that dream sequence. And maybe Bruce doesn't fall at all. Maybe it's kind of a flashback, and we see Bruce going through his fears, and he remembers one time when he fell through, like, a cave, like, on his property or something like that, and we see all of the bats. I think this season is going to be the season we finally get that scene. And my last prediction is one a lot of people are going to be like, no way, no, that's not going to happen. But it is, I want to say a little bit more of what I want to happen this season, but I kind of feel like it might happen just because nobody would expect it. And that is, at the end of the season, I'm talking about the final episode, we will be introduced to Harley Quinn. And I know a lot of people are like, what? They said that they're not going to introduce Harley Quinn ever on this show, and blah, 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 blah. I think that it might low-key be just Gotham. Like, we need to kill this buzz. I need to come out and say that it's never going to happen. And then let's just introduce her after Jerome gets a little bit more, like, set up and developed and all that jazz. I think that is what's going to happen on this show. I know it's far out there. A lot of people are like, no way, but I think they will just, you know, reevaluate, try to get another actress and bring her in to be Harley Quinn. And I think it would be the perfect time at the end of season 4, going into season 5, if they're lucky enough to get one. Bada bing, bada boom, you can actually introduce Harley Quinn throughout season 5, and you don't have to make her Harley Quinn. You can make her Harley Quinzel, which would be great. And we get to see that aspect of her working at Arkham and not have to be all the way with Jerome and all that jazz. So it'd be really interesting to see that. I think you develop her through the first, you know, 12 episodes, and then maybe in this last 12 episodes or whatever it's going to be, last 11 episodes I should say, she starts working with Jerome, or she busts Jerome out of, you know, Arkham and all that jazz. I don't know, it'd be really interesting to just bring her on the show. I mean, people wanted, it seemed like they were going that way, and then they just like, no, we're not going to do it, blah, 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 because maybe they had the idea, which I totally 100% think they were going to make Barbara that, and a lot of people didn't like it, and they were like, let's just not do it at all. But I feel like they can do it, and they can do it right. They just need to do it slowly, and I think the perfect time would be to introduce Harley Quinn at the end of this season. When you started developing Catwoman, when you started developing Batman, you're going to develop more Jerome, more Riddler, more Penguin. We got the Scarecrow in full-blown Scarecrow-ness, and like, it's just, I think this would be the perfect time to introduce her character and then slowly build her for the final, like the rest of the seasons or whatever. So yeah, those are like my little predictions. I didn't want to make it too crazy because the episodes are going to air tonight. I mean, season starts tonight is what I should say. And we're going to have a lot to talk about throughout the whole season. And you know my theories and predictions are going to change throughout the season as we start seeing what happens. So this is just something I just wanted to throw out there. Maybe they'll happen, maybe they won't. Let me know your thoughts on them and your predictions for this season in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, don't forget, if you ever want to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon like these awesome people did, or you can come support us over on twitch.tv/JUICEfromtheBOX. It's my new favorite spot over there. Come hang out with us. Or you can do the OG thing and give this video a thumbs up and share with all of your Gotham buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had a daily dose of juice? See you guys next time.